You can drive new marketing, drive new hires, drive things faster. Woo! Let's do this. Hey everyone, I'm Jacob Godar, and my channel helps contractors deliver and clients experience a luxurious everyday life through property transformations. Let's get right into this. This is a topic that keeps coming up on GROW Comm, on different platforms that I look at, and it's people asking about systems. What systems are going to help me grow my business? What systems are going to help me be successful? What systems are going to help me sell? I want to tell you what a system is, what they can do for you. It is a workflow. So you're setting up something like a organization of how tasks happen that makes sure everything happens the same and correctly from start to finish. Something as easy as a roll-in or roll-out SOP, a system that allows your crews to do the same thing every time they show up to work and every time they leave work. Two of the most important systems that I think you really need to implement are, number one, a billing system that makes sure you always get paid and it speeds up your cash flow. So it takes you from waiting and waiting and waiting to get paid to doing a job and getting paid for the job. So therefore you can drive new marketing, drive new hires, drive things faster. And number two, a hiring system that makes sure you get the best help and retain the best help. This is huge. You can't build your company without good people. And you've got to sell and promote your mission to gain good people, but you also have to have a system that ensures you actually end up with the right people, that guides you down the path of that's not the right fit, that's not the right fit, this is, and you bring in only the ones that are going to be the best fit for your company so you don't spend money and time on things that are never going to work. More in depth in GROW Comm, we're talking about systems, we're talking about scaling a business, and building systems is going to be something we continue digging deeper and deeper and deeper into. We've already went over some of our job costing systems and some of the other things to make sure we're profitable. These are the things that will change your business. Get over the thought of not investing in yourself and invest in yourself so you can grow. I invest in myself constantly so I can learn more, I can be better for the people around me, my whole team, and all of the people that we interact with and serve every day. Everyone, thank you so much for watching this. Get your systems in check. Leave it in the comments what systems you have now and what you're working on for the future. See you soon.
Like I said, capitalizing on spring and supercharging your growth is essential for really taking advantage of the season. In spring is when you just get that massive influx. And as cool as that is, you have to be able to handle it. You also have to have a procedure that allows you to get as much through the system as possible on the estimating end. Because it's awesome when you get a million leads, but if you can only look at a few of them, or if you start upsetting people because you're not able to get out and see stuff effectively, then you just kind of start going backwards. And that really turns into wasted marketing dollars and just wasted potential. So some of the big points to really make sure we're revving that up and getting that in the door is obviously marketing, such as a plan that we've already went over in one of the earlier trainings. Promoting is huge. Any kind of self-promotion. I really want to push you guys to wherever you're going, whatever you're doing. Don't be afraid to promote your company, whether that be handing out cards, networking. I mean, wherever you go, if you're out at a restaurant and anyone's saying anything about, if you hear anyone needing service, introduce yourself to random people all the time. Always be promoting your company because people need help. And the whole goal is for more people to know you, more people to know what your company does, what you offer. So that's a huge part of growth. And then we even incentivize our team members to do that with business cards, where they can all go out, they can get referrals, they can write their name on the back. And if a referral calls in based on one of our team members giving out a card, they get a bonus for that. So that's how we push that even further. Promotions, this has been a big thing for us this year. And I just want to incentivize everyone to think about, we're talking about getting all this to pour in the door. And that's the promotions that will really, really benefit and speed up your sales, and also give a client something that really drives them to call you, or drives them to submit that quote form, or just drives them to connect. And so this year, the first time ever, I've always been anti-discount anything, but I really saw I was just kind of looking around, and this is basically copied right off of True Green because it's what they were offering. And it was a 50% off the first round of fertilizer. And I started doing the numbers, and I'm like, man, they spend a ton of money to market. They're going to know what's working. And I started looking at the numbers, and really all that didn't even equal to 10% off like a total package. And I realized how powerful that was, because that 5-0, when you were able to put 50% off on something, it catches people's eyes. And then we realized it wasn't that big of a discount overall, because we have a huge margin in that product or that service. And also, it's a reoccurring service. So anything where you're going to continue to do it year on year on year, and you're building that book of reoccurring revenue, which makes your company worth more, and is just more valuable overall, because you can pre-book it out, pre-sell it the following season. I feel a lot better about doing bigger promotions off of. I don't really want to offer a huge promotion to sell a big outdoor living place or big outdoor living project where we just go and do it, and maybe we see them in 4 years, 5 years. You're not going to keep selling that, so the profit doesn't keep pouring in off of that. So promotions is huge. Like I said, with promoting yourself, be omnipresent. You need to be everywhere all the time, the first thought of everyone, whether that be hitting every kind of source, throwing a wide net with Facebook, don't know why I'm having a brain fart here. Facebook, Instagram, any kind of social media platform you can be on, YouTube. There's a lot of stuff that you can produce content around your business, and it doesn't even cost anything. And then tie in all the paid marketing to that as well. So just when people are thinking about your service in your town, you want them to think your name, or at least if they're not thinking your name, hopefully the person right next to them is, to help you sell more. So that's just kind of hitting on marketing and promotion a little bit as we roll into this, because that's what's getting it flowing in the door, and that's what's really getting the work coming in. And this time of year, that's easy to get rolling. But after that, a very important thing is create a simple estimate SOP. And I'm going to go through the example of ours today, and why we have that and what it's going to do. But then when we hit on a few of those things right now that I really love, is it's going to allow you to go faster because you have a standard. We talked about a workflow last week with Google Drive, and this kind of ties into that, but it's giving you a standard of the things you expect people to collect. The most exciting part of this is now it's letting more people than you collect those things. So if I have services and I'm getting tons of estimates coming in, I'm only one person. And maybe I've got other people working in my company, and I'm still wearing most of the hats, but some of these people are in the field. Maybe as we're picking up, I'm able to utilize them to help do these estimates. Well, with this kind of system in place, with a set way to produce what you want out of an estimate, if they can gather a lot of the information for you, you can help delegate that out. So when this massive inflow comes in, you're able to handle it. You're able to get more people out there doing estimates, collecting the information, putting it through the system, kind of like we talked about with Google Drive. And then there can be someone back in an office punching these things out that really is skilled at looking over what they're looking at. Now, this obviously won't work for large, crazy projects, but when you start thinking about doing this with the smaller projects, it's exactly like what we do with cleanups and small things. We'll send someone out to look at 20 jobs, and there'll be people in the office just putting together as fast as they get uploaded. And it allows it where one person doesn't just get so strung out all the time. So it allows you to delegate these rules and these things, these set things you want from an estimate out to other people. And this inevitably allows you to continue to grow your company, grow it faster, and grow it with a structure. So we are currently implementing SOPs in the office and the field. I wanted to hit on some of those big SOPs that are going on, that are rolling out into the field, that we're just kind of releasing now. One is the rollout procedure. It's the procedure and the checkpoints for the team to allow them to have the best chance at success when they leave here and be prepared for their day. The other is the roll-in procedure, everything that they need to do from the second they cross the gate to the shop, all the way to before they park, to ensure that they're set up to have a successful rollout the following day. And then the other one is finding materials. This is a huge one. I just wanted to hit on some of these other ideas of SOPs. It's always been a big pain for us when a guy needs some sort of material. He needs fertilizer, he needs this, he needs that. He calls into the office to get help. Well, the office may be bombarded and they can't answer. So we have created a large SOP for how our team figures out where materials are. It's got all materials that we would ever need listed from all the different providers we get those from. And then the last page is an alphabetical ordered phone number list. So it tells them how to source, gives them the phone numbers, and it walks them through the steps so they can find more materials on their own and cut down the time that takes. So each of these allows more people of any skill to do more tasks, to speed up and ease all processes. And this is that's the whole thing about talking about these SOPs. We're talking about bringing a ton of work in, getting it estimated, and now we're talking about efficiently trying to work on pumping this stuff out. Because the goal with these is you can take someone with potentially lesser skill, give them a set rules, set instructions, and now they can handle more than having someone watching directly over them. So those 3 SOPs that we're going to have in the trucks, for us, those are just 3 pages. They're laminated. They're all together. They're going to sit in the dash of every truck. They've already been produced for 6 of the trucks we have right now. And it's just got a zip tie ring on it, so we continuously add and change. So all of these points that we've went over, like I said, this is what speeds and allows you to maximize your growth. You've got to cut down and make things as simple as possible, and you've got to make it as repeatable as possible so more people can do it. I think everyone I can see everyone. So I just want to see if everybody listening here has had a situation where someone on their team, you felt like, I can't believe they didn't do that right. Give me a raise of hands. If I can't believe they didn't do that right, it's, how did that happen? And that's where creating these things and trying to implement a system to allow your team to succeed. Usually when you look at that, it's always been the biggest frustration to me. You see someone out in the field and you're just like, how in the world did it get here? Unfortunately, you got to look within and realize 99.9% of the time, it comes from the leadership and the communication that still needs to get built up. So I'm going to roll right into this estimate SOP, and I'm going to go through this with you. And this is pretty much what our office would do and what they see. Then we're going to also get you this file so everyone has this and they can tweak this for themselves.